Ladies and gentlemen, I just got my hands on Nebraska's newest player ratings in College Football 26, the newest video game dropping in about 1 week. So in today's video, we're going to react to every single Husker on the roster because honestly, a lot of them were disrespected. A lot of these guys should be a lot higher, or maybe even some of them were overrated. What's Dylan Raiola at? Is he at 80, 85, 90? We will see. What about Emmett Johnson, Dane, Jacory, Barney, and so much more? I just know one thing. This is going to be a fun video, so hit that like button if you're fired up. And also, if you're a diehard Nebraska fan, this is the time to subscribe for daily Husker content, breaking news. It's a no-brainer. Takes 2 seconds. Hit that subscribe button. Thank you so much. But without further ado, this is going to be a big-time fun video reacting to Nebraska's player ratings in EA College Football 26. We know last year, honestly, we got disrespected. You know, it starts with the quarterback position. Dylan Raiola started off at only an 80 overall. What is he at this year? I predict he's going to be about 85. Is it going to be higher or lower? We will see. They have Dylan Raiola clocked in at an 87 overall. So honestly, I think that's pretty fair for Dylan, right? He's not good enough to be a 90 just yet. Didn't have that season to be a 90, 95. But I think 87 with his potential, obviously being a former 5-star protector, going to make that big jump this season. I think that's a really, really fair rating for Dylan. Now, I also think it's funny. They have him listed as having 82 speed. I don't know. I think that's a little high for Dylan. Maybe he has some wheels that we don't know about, but 82 speed for Dylan, I don't know about that one, but 87, getting things rolling. Hey, that's a very respectable rating. They haven't disrespected us yet, so we will see if it stays that way. Marcus Davila at 74, that's fine. They got Jalyn Gramstad a little bit lower at 73, so hey, clearly EA is buying the Marcus Davila quarterback 2 stock, just like I am, so shout out to you, EA. And they do not have TJ Lateef in the game. They have Ryan Byrne in the game. Who's not TJ Lateef. So they have some fake players in if they don't have the rights for a couple of guys. So that's a quarterback position. We're starting off pretty strong. Now let's go to running back, see what we have in store here. Wow. Okay. Emmett Johnson at an 87 overall. That's nuts. And honestly, that might be a little bit too high. Emmett Johnson, I think he was only like an 80 last year. I think it was only 80. Again, I'm buying the Emmett Johnson hype this year. I think he's going to be good. Is he going to be a top 10 running back in America? I don't think so. But again, Emmett Johnson, 87. Okay, that's a lot higher than I honestly anticipated. 90 speed, that's not bad. Quinn Ives at a 79. That's generous. It was 79 for Quinn Ives. Should be noted that Gabe Ervin had a 79 rating last year. So you're basically saying that Gabe Ervin and Quinn Ives are the same, as good as each other. I don't know if we're on that same page there. Jamarion Parker at 77, that's fine. Connor Booth 75. Mekhi Nelson 72. Wow, they hate Mekhi Nelson. Do they not know about this Mekhi Nelson hype? They must not know. They must not know. But they will soon enough. Okay, not bad there, but Emmett, wow. 87, that's a little bit of a hot take there. And Quinn Ives at 79, I think is crazy. I think that's crazy. That he should be a little bit lower than that. All right, let's go to wide receiver. Okay. Dane at an 88. Nyziah Hunter 84. Jacory Barney at an 83. Now, right off the bat, I think Dane should be higher. I think he should be in the 90 range. That's why I would predict. I think Jacory Barney should also be higher. I think he should be about 87. Nyziah, I like that rating for him, 84, 85. That's perfectly fine there. Got Janiran about 70. What is it, 76? Okay, that's fine. Tanner Turk at 73. Well, first off, Tanner Turk is not a wide receiver for us, so they messed that up. Hopefully they change that by launch, but Tanner Turk is not going to be a wide receiver in Nebraska. He's going to be a nickel. And then they got Ben Knowles, who's a fake player, and then Demitrius Bell is 72. Oh, they're disrespecting my guy Demitrius Bell. Come on. You don't know, but you will soon enough. You will soon enough about Demitrius Bell. So, honestly, I mean, these are fine, but Jacory should be higher. Only 93 speed for Jacory, too. Jacory should be at least 96 speed. That dude's the fastest guy on this roster. He runs a legit 4.3. So that's not even enough there for Jacory, but okay, that's not bad. They need to get some more wide receivers in this game, though. They need some more true freshmen. They need Cortez, Nyziah, Mozee in there because they are not on here as of right now. Let's go to tight end. Ooh, that's not the color we want to see. Luke Lindenmeyer at a 79. Okay, that's fine. Haarberg at a 78. That's fine. McWay at a 77, and then Cardinal Nelson at a 75. Dude, they really dipped Cardinal Nelson below. He was like an 80 last year, wasn't he? Was he not? Wow, that's ugly. And then they got our long snappers here are pretty low. So, yikes. That might not be wrong. I mean, there's a lot of questions with his tight end room, but I'm honestly bullish on Luke Lindenmeyer. So, yeah, I think they probably underrated some of these guys. I think Lindenmeyer should be higher. I think maybe McWay should be higher. Cardinal Nelson, well, who knows there. So, okay, that's our tight end position. Let's go to the offensive line here. I'm just going to click all of them and see we can react to them all at once. So, left tackle, right guard, and then center. So our highest rated offensive lineman is Elijah Pritchett. Even higher than Rocco Spiller. No comment. No comment. What are we doing here? Come who in your right mind thinks that Elijah Pritchett is better than Rocco Spindler right now? Maybe if everything goes right, maybe in December, but not now. Okay, that is what it is. 84. That's fine. Rocco Spindler should be a little bit higher, in my opinion. Justin Evans, that's a fine rating. I think I had him exactly at that. Henry Lateef, 81. That's cool. Gunnar Shula, okay. Teddy Prohaska, they got him. I think Prohaska should be a little bit higher there. Corker on 75. I think he should be lower. You guys know how I feel about Corker. I don't think he's very good. You got Grant Bricks at 74. That's fine. And a bunch of guys here pretty low. Who's our lowest rated lineman? Who's real? Gibson Pyle at a 68. That's fair. That's fair. Okay, offensive line, no issues there really for the most part. Besides having Elijah Pritchett that high. All right, let's look at the defensive line here. What do we got? Got left end, right end. Where's defensive tackle? Here we go. So they have Keona Davis listed pretty high. Wow, they're buying the Keona Davis hype. I didn't think they were going to do that just because the stats weren't phenomenal. So they have 81 for him, 81 for Williamson Derry, and 80 for Elijah Judy. Not bad. They got 79 for Riley Van Poppel, 77 for Lenhart. Okay, that's where it gets a little tough. I think Lenhart's the best defensive lineman on this team. So, I mean, I don't hate these ratings. I think Keona's an 81. I think Williamson Derry probably should be a little bit lower, but I get it with him being a 5-star. Judy, probably 80's fine there. Van Poppel, 79's fine there. I think I predicted exactly that for him. But I think Lenhart should be like literally an 83. I'm buying the Lenhart psych this year. So there we go. You got Jalen George. That's fine. Mason Goldman. Yeah. They don't have some of the other guys. They don't got Jordan to show in the game or anything like that. So, okay. Not terrible. They don't got some of our other transfers. They don't got Gabe Moore in there either. So, that's definitely interesting. Definitely interesting. Let's go to the linebackers. Let's see if they disrespected any of our linebackers this year. Woo! Those are some high ratings. You got Marquez Watson Trent 87. I'm telling y'all, buy the stock. There's some people who genuinely believe Marquez Watson Trent's not going to start this year for the Huskers. Like I don't get that. He was the best player in the entire Sun Belt Conference last year. Like it's a no-brainer. Yes, he's going to start. They got Deshaun McCullough at 82. Okay. Buda Wright 80. Like that a lot. Vincent. What are we doing here? 77 for Vincent Shavers. What are we doing here? So let me just compare the two. You had Quinton Ives EA at a 79, but you had Vincent Shavers at a 77. You're basically telling me you think Quinton Ives is better at running back than Vincent Shavers is at linebacker. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. It doesn't make any sense. Dawson Merritt at 75. He should be higher as a true freshman. Even though he's not going to play this year, he should be higher because he was a borderline 5-star guy. You got Dylan Rogers. Okay, that's cool. Christian Jones, that's cool. What are we doing here? Willis McGahee at a 71? 2 forced fumbles last year, both of them coming in crucial games. That's preposterous. That's disrespectful. That's disrespectful. We had walk-ons earlier who were higher than Willis McGahee. 71's disrespectful. That's disgraceful. They should sue the game. That is terrible. That is absolutely terrible. And then looking at the secondary for Nebraska, got Sear at 88. They love to do this with Nebraska corners. Last year they had Tommy at 88 too. So hopefully Sear actually lives up to it. Got Buford at 84. Cool, like that. Singleton at 83. Cool, like that. Hartzog at 79. I think I was around there for him. Got 91 speed for Malcolm Hartzog. In what world? In what world is Malcolm Hartzog of 91 speed? I don't know, but that's what they think. Mario's high at 77. Bly Hill, okay. They don't have some of our other guys. Amari Sanders at 74 is low. Where's Jeremiah Charles at? Nowhere to be seen. They don't even have Jeremiah Charles in the game. Do they have Larry Tarver in the game? No. Do they have Andrew Marshall in the game? No. So they don't have some of our best players in the game in the secondary. So that is what it is. Who's our lowest player? Derek Branch, Caleb Benning. That's fair. I think Derek Branch is better than 70 overall, but that's fair. And then Caleb Benning's probably not going to play this year. All right, last thing. Let's look over the specialists, just because we know how important specialists are in the video game and not in the video game. So they have Kyle Keenan as our highest rated kicker. We have 3 kickers in the game. They think Kyle Keenan is the best of the bunch at 75. Okay, that's. I mean, I think it's probably. I think it's Hull. They have Hull at 66. Holy crap. I told you guys they were not going to be generous with Hull after last year. They got Cook at 70. That's pretty high. And yeah, that's it. All right. That was something, guys. Honestly, I think the biggest disrespect was to Vincent Shavers, was to Willis McGahee. I think Amari Sanders was too low. I think, yeah, man, there was some weird stuff in there. But honestly, there's some guys who probably were a little bit too high. Maybe Emmett was a little too high. I know Quinn Ives was too high. I know Elijah Pritchard was too high. So, you give it and it take it. Let me know your thoughts down below. Where would you rate some of these players? What are your opinions? I want to know what you have to say. Are you going to play this video game? Because I know I am. Let me know in the comment section. And hit that like button and subscribe if you made it this far. As always, folks, go grab, go and roll. I'll see you in the next one.